our host, to come and tell us why he decided to move this great group to this place today. Yes. Therefore, now I have the pleasure to invite Dr. Pedro Obaseki.
I'll be very direct. For those who know me, I like to take things very seriously, and my commitments are very serious commitments. The reason I brought you here is very simple. I truly believe that we are in a state where you cannot allow yourself to be in this state anymore. And what is that state? A state of sit down look. A state of pretending that things are okay with you. A state of playing the gigantic proverbial ostrich. A state where you have narcotized yourself. You be like, you are the people who, in spite of the mountains of naira and the years spent in our education and in raising us as adults, by nature we are the most culturally compliant set of Homo sapiens this side of the world. By nature we are the most respective and responsive and responsible. And when I look at the landscape, the political landscape of the state, which actually triggers and affects every other sphere, I weep. I weep that you have the right to wake up in the morning, drive to your place of work, pretend all is well, and then complain behind the sanctuary of your locked door, or on a WhatsApp group, or on a parliament on Facebook. It's a shame. Because according to Horace, he said that which is published can never be withdrawn. Maybe some of us actually have a brain application. That's how I said it in my wardrobe and walk away to the WhatsApp group and talk. And I said the best way is to bring you here, so that when I talk with you, and you go back, and you remain APC or PDP or neither, you will feel guilty. I'm here as an Edo man who has no choice but to run under a party. But I enforce and crest an EDO agenda, an Edo first agenda, not by mouthing it. And I'm so resolute that people who don't know me, they think I'm joking. But if you know me, I don't joke. I just see myself as that little termite that can bring out a huge, badly built edifice. Because I believe in the Ogunian essence of wiping also you can build properly. That is why I brought you here. To tell you that I'm not running because I want to run for office. I'm running because it's time somebody runs for everybody. I don't have 2 billion naira hidden anywhere. And if anybody has 2 billion naira hidden anywhere to prosecute this election, and you are hailing him, I just see you as a mental pusher. Pedro is the mental Gulliver. I see you as aiding and abetting the destruction of your children and their children's children, except you have no children. I'm an angry man who thinks that I should come out now like a political John Wayne because they did not factor Pedro, this 5'6" tall son of Samson, Amenanwu and Pedro Obaseki, into their political equations when they were deciding to run for government. I'm going to be the next governor of the state, except people say no. I'm not going to be at the behest of a few shenanigans who will lock themselves behind the sanctuary of their locked doors and godfather the entire state away. Because God is my Father. I have a plan. I'm challenging all of them since. Come and talk. Tell us your plan. Because truth is translucent. There's no color. Filmmaking is my pastime. I've been making films since I was a toddler. I've been on television since I was 9. So filmmaking is part of my DNA. But it has never really fed me. But Lance is here. I feed on my intellectual property, on the huge God-given, boundless mental value. I don't think I can think it, I can do it. I sit here, I'm happy. I thought Honorable Osaro Ibizugbe for your one final year. And yet he graduated in 1993. So anybody who just goes online and starts blabbing because they are a little less aware and come to judgment in ignorance, I feel sorry. I just want us to know the enormity of the situation that we are in. And when I look, let me give you an example. In 2012, I was the director and producer of Edo Decides. I did the entire debate process. And that was the day I decided I was going to run. I won't be ruled by this very man, this lesser purpose, not anymore. They are not going to solve the educational problems in the state. They are going to continue to further the boundaries of monoparty democracy in the state. And I'm going to continue to pretend as an ostrich. While lesser persons, when I say lesser persons, I don't mean in terms of their manhood, but I mean in terms of their moral stature. To continue to make laws which the supposedly few majority of us here, because we are the majority few, bad men rule because the good ones won't get it. Governance is not about who has the best money. Nobody wins an election with his money. I want to make it clear, as the son of a man who retired as the Director General of the Internal Revenue Department of the Edo State Government. But he died, and my cousin can tell you that he died and left us with only one house in a 100 by 100. But all the money he needed to make is standing before you. I'm the totem that he built with all he had. What I'm saying is I come from a background of unfettered integrity. Oyi, let me feel here. A child, a robot is a robot.
Open the window and let the climate get in. For perspiration, make this work. I tell you that
Now, why I said, sorry sir, see, I want us to please look. I know I'm pressed for time, and I don't want to on the floor. Yeah, no, I don't want to overspeak. But I just want to make all our members look again at me. For me, this is not about persons or friends. It's about a future that must be cast in concrete. And we need people with passion and the verve, the belief and the vigor. Edo is my party. And the party is not a political party. It's a human party of human beings. Galvanized to empower the people, galvanized to develop the state, galvanized to create unfettered opportunities for our children. That is my Edo. If I educate you, if I employ you, and provide the enabling environment for you to grow better, I've empowered you. I'm trying to breathe life into the 3 letters rather than use the other one, APC, PDP. No, mine is ETO. My first E is empowerment. My D, whether it is human capital development, whether it is road construction, infrastructural development, is development. Whether it is illegal, you know, when you look at all these things we are doing, you can actually collapse them into the 3 letters that create Edo State. And the O, as a businessman, as an academic, as a filmmaker, is all about opportunities. Opportunities come from plans. Now, if I'm going to create a new digital ecosystem for the state, create an ICT environment for the state, which I think is key, nobody looks at it, I must empower so that I can develop the kids, because if they are not empowered mentally, or they are not empowered financially, they cannot use the infrastructure already created, whether the infrastructure is road or whatever. They cannot develop themselves mentally, because you cannot move the people upward if you don't move their brain power mentally up. You can't move them forward if you don't move their brain power upward. That is the truth. Because it is because you have moved your brain power upward in school, that is why you know the consequences of your action. When you are conscious of the repercussions of an action, you are most likely not to commit it. It is because the Agbero is less conscious of the repercussion of his action, or less conscious of the repercussion. That's why he doesn't mind committing it. I'm going viral next week. I'm blowing Benin next week. And the army I have, money can't buy. My army is the human army. My army is the media army. So for every $100 anybody is going to spend, I'll spend 0.1. I'm an internet movie. I won't lie to you, but I became a national figure because of my culture, not in spite of my culture. I'm going to recreate the cultural landscape. Maybe I will make Lancelot put his life where his mouth is. There's a difference. Not his money, because the young man has stolen, begged, borrowed, scattered, bulldozed, gone over the world. I'm not lying. Denied himself just to build what he is. But I'm going to take his time, and people like him, to change the perception of art and culture in the state. Because you don't still understand that an art and culture person who has nothing else to offer can actually build 20 houses and be comfortable. But meanwhile, as you stay here, none of you have left home today without listening to one piece of music. And anytime you download that in your phone, a few nairas go to the bank. That is the truth. So, and if we have that in preponderance in this state, I don't want to talk about the other things I have are all in the public domain. Agri, whatever my Edo Health Initiative, my AHIS, Edo Health Insurance Scheme, they're all in the public domain. I'm going to build a culture, I don't want to call it culture, an entertainment village. I will build it in Olo. And it will be a theme park, and it will employ close to 50,000 directly or indirectly. I am not going to talk about the moribund industries that have to be revived. If I cannot revive them, I will set up one by the side. And I don't have to build it with my money. It is called PPP. You have to create the opportunities for business to thrive. That is the primary aim of government. Creating an enabling environment for life to thrive. Now, if you don't have a governor who understands the ability to macro manage resources, you will not have a government. A government is not Osadebe Avenue. A government is a people acting collectively for a virtuous vision to achieve set goals and making life much more amenable, affordable, and comfortable for the larger majority. My name is Pedro Obaseki. I'm a distinguished fellow of the Institute of Artisanal Change. I'm a distinguished fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Management. I am a veteran of Northwood. I'm the first president of the Film Corporation of Nigeria. I'm the first general manager programs at the age of 27 of DBN Television, the first television, private TV in Nigeria. I'm executive consultant since inception of Dark Communications PLC. That's why you notice in 1994-95 you did not see anybody working in EBS anymore. They were all in Lagos. Yes, true. I took everybody down, or at least I employed them. I just take everybody. I want to say I have to stop using that word. I didn't take them that really. I retired. I've been on the board of DAF, and I retired as managing director in December 2013 as the managing director in Dark Communications. I'm presently consultant to MTN, where we are trying to redefine the digital ecosystem, and at the same time, I am a farmer. Now I've entered a new sphere. I am a new breed politician. But I'm going to leave you with this little quote. I want to introduce you before I start, because Greg, please stand. Sorry. That is Greg Ekato. Greg is one of those who Buhari did not know helped him win the election. Yes. So when I went online, I found I profiled all those who did the largest amounts of posts on Buhari, and it was in the top 1%. So I went to London and I begged him to handle my online media. That's the director of online media and campaign. I want to say quickly, nobody can wish me away. I'm here to stay. Those who will engage me can engage me. I'm happy. I want to be funded. If you have money, give me. If you come with a caviar that I cannot afford, Jefferson is shocked. Because I studied Jefferson and I asked myself, why did somebody who had so much to offer fail? I know what you did. Because for me, life is a book. For me, life is a thesis, an antithesis, so I can create a synthesis. I studied him, pulled down all your advert, your website, everything. Spoke to all your friends, booked with me, everybody. I did.
60 seconds.
Yes, don't worry. I want them to take the message so that they will be scared. I looked at Osaigi, why? And I told Osaigi, I'm going to use your style to win the primary, and I'm going to abandon your style to win the election. Because when I cannot outspend them, I'm going to outtake them. God bless you. I think.
Far-reaching speech. At this point in time, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, consistent with the spirit and character of Edo Focus Parliament, every of our interaction or high sensitive engagement of this nature with politicians or aspirants are non-committal. Are not committal to us individually, they are not committal to us as a body.